You have
What?
someone coming up.
Yes, we are live.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to Bubba.
It's the Filipina show.
And this week, Ken is in Leyte.
Yeah, she's having summer today. So she will be there for 4 days, starting yesterday up until Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah, so you'll hear her story of beaches around Leyte when she come back next week.
Yeah, that's awesome. Though. She really likes to travel.
Yeah. So I was supposed to be there, but we have a family dinner and event this Sunday, so I can't go. So, because my brother came home from the Middle East, so they set up a family dinner and a reunion.
Oh, cool.
That's
Now, where was he at in the Middle East?
in Abu Dhabi. He was there to work as an accountant.
Oh, cool. He was an accountant, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
But he doesn't want to work there anymore.
I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, me too. Because he told me that the mixed cultures there make it very difficult for him to communicate. And a lot of Indians and Pakistans doesn't know how to speak in English or express themselves in their CPA terms or in an accountant term. So that's why communication is very hard. So life sucks there. So that's what he told us.
Yeah, I can imagine. I imagine the money's really good.
Yeah, I think they're one of the richest in the UAE, United Kingdom, United Emirates, one of the richest country there.
Yeah, see,
And
I've never been to the Middle East, nor do I have any desire to go to the Middle East. I don't even care about seeing the pyramids or the Sphinx. I've seen it in pictures. That's good enough.
that's good enough.
That's good enough for me. I could watch documentaries about it on YouTube. That's that's fine for me.
Well, I just saw his pictures on Abu Dhabi and in Dubai, I think. They have a very good architectural structures and amusement parks. And he said that it's a very rich country. So people can go and pass through everywhere. But their law is very strict, so that's a problem. Well, it's not a problem though, but everything is fined. So no one dares to violate the law.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to do. The Middle East, they got some different laws. That's for sure.
Yeah. So well, because they have the oils, so they're very powerful. So they can control a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true. Can you see the chat?
Yeah, it's just opened now.
Okay,
So there's a live.
okay. I sent you the link.
Mm-hmm. Just opened it.
So
Papa
now
is here.
yes, we actually have an audience this week.
Yeah. You know we're back.
We talked to ourselves last week. It was a great conversation, though. I really enjoyed it.
So it's just like our trip to China. So relatively just a story of how things went during our trip.
And what's one thing you said you noticed there or heard um, as far as job
As far
hiring?
job hiring, the one that I saw in the news. So
Yeah.
most of the jobs that are offered all over the town or the signages that we saw are mostly hiring men. So I think they're on equal opportunities on jobs. So and mostly the jobs that are offered to women are those who are sales lady, sales representative, cleaner of the or hostel cleaner, and a lot of retailers. So I was surprised to see that.
Well, here's the thing. I see that here, especially in the retail end. I'll see
Mm-hmm.
female wanted between the
Mm-hmm.
must have college degree, be between the ages of 20 and 24, and I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
man, just come right out and say it, you know. And see, in the U.S., if you did that, you would be sued in no time. Uh,
Oh, so
it
you
would
have a
it would be
law
that
regarding that
sign
one.
would be up that sign would be up all of about 5 minutes before some attorney would walk by and see it, and he would be licking his chops, as we say.
Oh. Well, I cannot. It's not very prominent here in Manila, but what you have told me, in provinces, so it's the same like in China. So probably it's different in Beijing, but in Guangzhou, since it's a province, city province, most of the jobs uh, is catering men. So the establishments that we went, the owners of the shops that we bought a lot of dental materials, all of them are men. It's very, very rare that we saw a woman owning a shop or owning a restaurant. So there.
Uh,
But
yeah,
we had to
personally,
do that.
I think, personally, I don't think it matters age or gender
Yeah.
in general for 90% of the jobs. Okay, and
Yeah.
I think if you could do the job, they should hire you regardless.
Regardless of your age and yeah, as long as you get the job done properly and good, then
Although,
you're good to go.
although if I owned a restaurant or a hair
Mm-hmm.
place, I would prefer to hire females for
Really?
servers. Yes,
Why?
and here's why. In America, most servers are females a lot of times. Okay,
Yeah.
and the reason why that is because it's usually the man who pays for the meal and the man who leaves the tip.
So that's why.
Well, yeah, if I have a beautiful waitress and she's, kind of showing the cleavage and very friendly, of course I'm going to
You'll
leave
pay
her a nice
extra.
tip because she brought a little happiness into my life.
Probably it's a good idea.
So, I
Good
mean,
point there.
that's just the way it is. And I
Yeah.
don't,
So, well, in our profession, so when I go to the clinic, when a guy comes in, so especially when they are tall or old men or probably big men. So, like earlier, there was a Bureau of Fire Protection chief. So he was the head of the Fire Protection Bureau here in Manila. And then he's about around 6 feet. So
he,
he
he,
told me,
he's your customer
yeah, he's our customer.
or a
So
patient, I
he just
should
went
say.
in
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, that's yeah. So he just asked me, "Can you pull off my teeth?" Because he saw my height compared to his height. So and then he saw my hand. So it's about 6 inches or less than 6 inches. And then he just laughed. And
Oh,
then
okay.
I told him, it's the physics that works for me, not the force. So and then at the end of the day, he just believed that I can do it. But most of the time, that's the questions that we always have. So they think that if it someone needs to pull a teeth, it should be men or male dentist. So probably yes. That was funny because he was so tall, but he was so afraid. It's like his eyes rolling all over and everywhere.
Really, all over you?
Yeah, and it's sweating really hard.
He likes you.
I don't know.
Really? Oh, I think he does. Was he
Well,
married? He's an older gentleman, right?
yeah, around 30, 35.
Okay,
Okay.
well, yeah. I mean,
Relatively fair age.
is he married?
Uh, that I didn't notice. Because he comes in with pain, so I just want everything to be done.
Oh,
So
okay.
I didn't interview him that much. But it was funny because being a tall guy and then sweating all around when he saw the injection, that's the time that his eyes rolled all over. Yeah. Probably he forgot to take a whiskey. We were having his teeth pulled. Teeth pulled.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, you
So,
know what? Like I said, in the U.S., when you get dentists, it's usually an old dude. So it's kind of like if I would have had the option of going and seeing a beautiful female dentist, I would have taken her over the guy.
really?
Oh
So there are
yeah.
only few female dentists in US. So only few female take dentistry courses.
Okay. Do you now? Are you able to type, engage in the
Sorry.
chat? Are you able to engage in the chat?
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I just saw it.
You got your names mixed up.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
so you were talking about the heat is up there.
Yeah, because coming from China, before we left China, the temperature is around 10 degrees. So their average temperature in Guangzhou is around 14 degrees. So for 1 week, we're really having a good weather. Then the moment we came back here in the Philippines, and then the weather is 33 degrees Celsius. And then we're sweating all over. And then every day, so it's just around a week or two that we just came back. Every day it gets even hotter and hotter and hotter every day. So that's why I realized that it's very hard to go out. And then I checked the heat index. The heat index here in Manila is around 33 degrees to around 39 degrees Celsius. And I
Ooh.
read a news few days ago that there was heat stroke, cases of heat stroke, but more of the northern part of Manila, like in Tuguegarao, Isabela, where the temperature is around 45 degrees Celsius. So that's why I came up with the idea that what are the most common summer diseases here in the Philippines. So what do you know, Baba, aside from heat stroke? Or
Hy-
how many years have you been here in the
Dehydration.
Philippines? Yeah. How many years have you been here in the Philippines?
I've been here for 2 years.
2 years. So how was your first summer and your second summer?
Not too bad, actually. I guess too. I lived in Florida, and Popeye
Mhm.
could tell you it is hot in Florida during the summer.
Ah, so that's why you're used to it.
Yes.
But what's the
So,
difference between summer in Florida and summer here in the Philippines?
uh, here, you generally speaking, you'll get a breeze.
Yeah.
Florida, you don't really get a lot of breeze.
Oh.
And when you do, it's very, very hot air because it's Gulf Stream, what they
Mm-hmm.
call the Gulf Stream. So it's just hot air blowing from Mexico and the Caribbean into Florida. So it's
So
not
the
it's
breeze
not
is
much,
really hot.
yeah, it's not much of an improvement.
Mm. But are there any diseases that spreads there during summer?
What's that?
Is there any diseases or common problems in Florida during summer? Because here in the Philippines, there are usually they're so-called summer diseases and summer problems, health problems. But I'm not
Well,
sure if it's still the same in other parts of the world.
Florida during the summer, it's the best time to go to Walt Disney World,
Yeah.
and here's why.
Why?
It's summertime. It's very hot, and kids are out of school.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people will go to Walt Disney World, but the prices are a bit cheaper than they are in, say, January and February because that's tourist season.
Ah, okay, I
Because
understand.
it's cold everywhere else but warm in Florida. But it's not hot, it's warm.
Mm, okay.
So the tourist season in Florida generally runs from after Christmas to like April.
So summer, same summertime.
Yeah, it's roasting from like mid-April to
Mid-April to
to
mid-April to
like
June, July. Okay. Well, when you compare it here in the Philippines, during summer, especially mid-April, that's the hottest. Mid-April to May, mid-May, there are very common viral diseases that are easily transferred everywhere. So, if you've heard of sore eyes, it's very common here during summer. So a lot
mm,
of children going around and then touching everything without washing their hands. It's very common. So you should watch out for Mickey.
yes, well he's able to stand up on his own some now.
Really? Wow.
Yes. And he's actually able to take a few steps on his own.
It's really it's really growing fast.
Yeah.
Mm. So probably you can touch everything and when you meet other people, when he meet other people, so sometimes he might contact a viral disease. It's very common during summer. So another that's common is food poisoning during summer. Because of the heat, the food easily spoils. So our rice cooker, when you leave some food in the pot, at the end of the day, they're all spoiled. It's very hard to cook a lot. Are you the one cooking in your house, Baba?
I cook sometimes, but generally speaking, she cooks.
She cooks.
Yes.
So there. So there are a lot of reported cases of food poisoning, especially in schools. So summer school, a lot of children, so spoiled food all over. So what else? So you told me earlier dehydration, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are you easily dehydrated? Do you love coffee? You love coffee, right? Like me.
Yes, I love coffee.
Yeah, so I usually drink 1 to 2 cups of coffee every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I read earlier that coffee makes us dehydrated during summer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more dehydrated because if it's a diuretic,
Yes.
so make us pee more. But I think I cannot stop drinking coffee. So probably I'll just drink a lot of water instead. Is that your dog, Baba?
No, it's the neighbor's dog. One of the neighbor's dogs.
But do you have a dog in your house?
No.
You have your own dog.
We have a dog, but it stays outside.
So we also have a dog named Hachi, but she died 2 weeks ago. After we came back.
Mm.
Yeah. I think they say it's when we brought her to the veterinarian, the vet said that she's having a blood tick.
Really?
So yeah, so there's a lot of blood going all over her mouth. And then she died because of low blood.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so she's a dog of my sister. So my sister cried so hard.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So she was very sad because she's gonna take the board exam this May. I think next week. So she can't study that much because of her dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's nothing you can do. Well, I just heard your dog because that dog sounds like ours.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, we haven't actually. As a matter of fact, today she had puppies. 3 of them.
Right. Wow, a lot of dogs.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more of a big dog person,
Ah, okay.
but it is what it is. But
So, how hot is there in Davao? Is it same here?
it's actually it just rained, so it's not too bad.
Really? It rained there?
Yes, it rained here.
Does it rain frequently?
It
No.
rains every day, every night. It usually rains during the nighttime.
Wow. And then it releases all the heat on the ground.
Yes, yes,
You're
it
so
does.
lucky. You're so lucky because here it's very hot. When you try
Yeah.
to place water on the ground, you will feel something rising up. So there's not much heat there. It's very hot here. So what do you do to beat the summer heat? What else you can do or you can recommend?
I just drink a lot of water.
What else? A lot of water, yeah. I think 5 liters is recommended a
Yes.
day.
I drink. I don't know. I have like three. I drink like 3 big Gatorade bottles a day of water, and then usually at nighttime I'll drink some kind of juice. It's like garbage juice you buy in a package.
Oh, yeah. Well, drinking water is the key. But do you go out during midday?
Uh, I usually drink coffee.
Coffee during midday. That's
Yeah,
hot.
I'll drink 2 cups when I wake up. Okay, and then in the evening I'll have 1 cup, like around 5 o'clock. I'll have a cup,
Mm-hmm. That's
and
all hot coffee.
yes,
Ah. You don't like iced coffee? Oh, there's no point in iced coffee.
yes,
We drink a lot of iced coffee
I like iced
because it,
coffee.
yeah, McDo iced coffee
Yes, definitely.
because it's cheap.
I
Yeah,
oh,
pesos.
what's that?
McDo coffee is cheap. It's 39 pesos
That's not
for
bad.
no, not bad for an iced coffee.
Yeah, really, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Have you tried placing an ice in front, right in front of your electric fan or your fan?
Yes. Oh yeah, I always have an electric fan on.
Actually, now I have the fan right in front of my face because it's really hot even now. So,
Yeah.
so Baba, how's your weekend?
My
What
weekend
happened?
was okay. I can't complain. How about yours?
Can't complain. Actually, I can't complain too. It's really good. So we had a great family dinner. So all of my brothers and sister came, as well as my titas from other parts of Manila to
Mm-hmm.
celebrate because my brother came home from the Middle East. So we had a good dinner in at North Park, and it was very cold because it's at the mall. So we stayed there for around 6 hours. So we used the aircon of the mall
Yeah.
to stay cold.
Ugh. Yeah, the mall is nice because the mall always has aircon. But you know
Yes.
what though? Sometimes you go to the mall and the aircon sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
What mall is that? Mall in
Dave,
Davao?
Dave and I went to a Breeza Mall here once, and it
Yeah.
was, Breeza I think is the newest mall here, close to it, and we were actually sweating in there. I'm like, man, they need to utilize that air conditioning there.
Really? I think
Yeah,
every is an Ayala Mall.
yeah.
So Ayala malls usually have very cold aircons. Trinoma, the one that we ate is an Ayala mall and it's very cold inside. So
Okay.
I have a question, Baba. Have you been to Samal Island?
What's that?
Have you been to Samal Island?
Yes, I have.
So I read a news last week that the Samal Island was one of the next island that they want to close down for rehabilitation. Is that true? Or do you hear any news about it? Because I just read it somewhere.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Sorry. I just read that Samal Island is the next beach that they want to rehabilitate. So I'm not sure because it's not yet official. Boracay will close down by next week, right?
Well, supposedly they're supposed to be building a bridge going to Samal Island. Supposedly, and
Supposedly.
right now, land on Samal Island is very cheap. Um,
Oh.
so now's a good time to buy land there because it's so cheap. Because when they put the bridge up, I would imagine then the real estate value will go up because it'll be easy access. Then you won't have to take a ferry over there.
Mm. How cheap is cheap? Do you want to buy there? Buy one. Probably you can have your own resort.
Well, she's telling me there's lots you can buy that are like 2,000, 2,500 pesos a month.
Really? That's really cheap.
Yeah, it is dirt cheap. I'm like, that'd be nice to be able to buy like, 6 lots, then just put a house right in the middle. So
Yeah.
build a big old wall so the neighbors can't see you.
You have your own beachfront.
Yeah, and have armed guards. Somebody comes over, shoot to kill, no problem.
Yes, sir. I think buying real estate is one of the great things now because a lot of land, there are only few lands that are available. So here in Manila or just nearby Tagaytay or anywhere Baguio, the land is so expensive. So people cannot afford to buy their own land. Usually they just pay rent, buy a condominium unit, and that's it. So if you have your own land, especially if they're good for business, like in Davao, right? So right in front of the beach, probably when the bridge is there, you'll be millionaire, Baba.
Yes, and yes, I love sandwiches. I miss sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
I want a hell of a ham sandwich, a hell of a ham and Swiss sandwich.
Probably just make one and let us taste it. I thought you're going here in Manila. You said that you'll be
I
going
I
March.
am. I just don't know when. It'll be one of these days. I promise. I'm just not sure
Because you're
when.
chronicle.
I'm on
You're not sure
I'm
when.
on Filipino time. I'll be there in 3 weeks, but it'll actually be about 3 months.
But not in 3 months. So if I count, so when I say April, I'm gonna say February, March, April, May. So you'll be here in May.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping and praying.
So what are you going to do here in Manila?
We'll hang out with you ladies. Hopefully,
Yeah.
hang out with another buddy of mine who's a Phil Am.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just I
You'll do
guess
your.
hopefully see some of the things there.
Mm-hmm. Have you been around Manila
Well,
or no?
I'm sure there's things to see and do there.
But have you been around Manila? So have you traveled?
I have not seen hardly any in
No.
Manila.
I just landed right directly to Davao.
Yes, I've just been around Davao. I have not seen much. So I would like to
Oh.
see more of the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines too. It's just, with kid and this, that, and the other thing. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, because you need to babysit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not easy.
Yeah.
But when I come, it'll probably be just me, I think.
Oh, because if is with you, you can't go out
He will
that much.
probably stay here with his mom,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah. You think you're not sure?
Well, yeah, he will, because I don't think she'll come with me.
Oh, that will be fine. You will be just away for a few days or probably a week. What's heluva? Heluva ham. What's a heluva ham?
Hell of a,
Heluva.
hell of a ham
Heluva.
sandwich.
Heluva. What's
It's
a
like
heluva?
hell. It's an expression. A hell of a ham sandwich.
Ah, okay.
She
I thought
makes
it's
one hell of a ham sandwich, I'll tell you.
one hell of a house. Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So
so that's an expression I guess you're not used to hearing.
yeah, I thought it's something like a brand or probably a cut of a ham sandwich. I didn't know it's your expression.
Okay. Yeah, a hell of a ham and cheese sandwich.
So when was the last time that you have that hell of a ham and
Hell of
cheese
a
sandwich?
ham and Swiss
No,
sandwich. Oh God, it's been a long time.
you haven't found something here in the Philippines that match your one of a hell of a ham sandwich.
No, it's hard to find a good sandwich here.
Yeah,
It
because
really
my
is.
idea of a sandwich is just two buns and a ham and a cheese and the lettuce and the tomato and then sandwich together. That's my idea of a sandwich. I
Oh,
haven't.
okay.
When you're trying to describe your sandwich, it's just like a very big sandwich with a lot of stuffs inside
Oh
that can
yeah,
feed
lots of
three
cheese,
people.
and lots of meat, lots of mayonnaise with tomato, real tomatoes, like good sized slicer tomatoes, like beefsteak tomatoes.
Yeah.
So, damn, now I'm getting hungry.
Did you eat dinner already?
Yes, I had macaroni with corned beef.
Is that the corned beef SNR? I think that's your favorite.
I love SNR. Yes, I do. I like buying their big blocks of sharp cheddar cheese. It's like 329 pesos, but these days, because work being slow, I can't really afford to buy them. But it's okay. See, Charlie's hungry as well now.
Well, me, I'm already filled, but the idea of the food that you're trying to describe makes my taste bud and makes me hungry a little.
Oh yeah.
What's the best sandwich that you've eaten?
What kind of a sandwich have I eaten here?
What's the best one here in the Philippines? The best one that you've eaten?
Oh shoot, I don't know. I can't even remember when's the last time I had a sandwich.
Have you been to Fridays? TGIF Fridays.
Not here.
I think
Even in the states, I never went to tea. They're not real common in the states. Like at one time they were, but now not so much.
okay because it's
Really, in America, if we're hungry
uh,
and we want a sandwich, we'll go to like a Firehouse or a Quiznos, which
oh Quiznos.
which are nicer Subways. Oh, you have Quiznos up there?
Yeah, we have Quiznos here. Subway also.
Have you been to Quiznos?
Yeah, I've been to Quiznos.
Do you like
They haven't
Quiznos?
trained. Yeah, it's like Subway.
Yeah,
So,
I like Quiznos, but I love Firehouse. But I don't think they have Firehouses here yet.
they don't have firehouses here. They have Quiznos. They have Subway. What are other else?
I love
Banh
them.
mi. Banh mi sandwiches for
I love
Vietnam.
what's that? Vietnam.
Banh mi. Banh mi, yeah, banh mi sandwiches. But I think Quiznos is much better.
Oh, okay. It's become the food
But I can
channel.
compare.
I need to check my
I need to check.
fridge.
Everyone's getting hungry.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's comical.
Have you eaten halo-halo here in the Philippines?
I don't like halo halo.
You don't like
I don't like the hard beans in it.
the red ones?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
Eating hard ass beans in a dessert it's just odd.
They are very Asian. Asian foods usually have hard beans for dessert. Chinese
See,
and
in America, it's funny. In America, we eat way more beans than they eat here. It's not even close. We
Oh,
like,
really?
oh yeah, pork and beans, pinto beans, butter beans, lima beans. I love lima beans.
I haven't heard other beans that you. It's the first
Oh,
time that I've heard them.
kidney beans. I mean, we eat a lot of beans in the U.S.
So probably you'll have gout or and
and
are
and I've noticed here beans are expensive here.
really
Yes.
sweet beans, mongo beans, red beans. It's the only beans that I know.
Yeah. See, you could buy a bunch of red beans in America, like 1 pound, like half a kilo for like $1, like 50
Ah,
pesos.
really cheap.
Oh yeah, it's way cheaper.
Probably you'll have a lot of beans there. Unlike here, but I think there are a lot of beans here. It's just expensive.
Yeah, and you know something else? Beans are a lot more healthier for you than rice.
But you can't get away with rice.
Because
Beans are rice.
and beans are more filling. You don't need to eat that many beans to get full.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
love
I'm.
that. But beans also. It's very hard to eat main dish with beans. Unlike if it's with rice.
It's like what I like too, which you don't see here, is
Mm-hmm.
succotash.
What's that?
Succotash is corn and lima beans mixed.
Ah, okay. Corn. I
I
think
know,
I saw
I
that
know,
in.
Popeye knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, succotash. I like succotash. So yeah, I haven't had succotash well, since I lived in the U.S.
Sakatash. Like, I'll see.
Succotash.
How do you
Actually,
spell that?
I'll
I need to
spell it
check in.
here in the chat.
Yeah, I'll check it in Google. I'll try to see it. Ah, okay, Sakatash. I'm not sure if I have tasted one Sakatash.
Okay.
And lima beans cooked together.
Yes, it's corn and
Okay.
lima beans mixed together. It's very yummy.
Oh, it looks yummy.
Yes, it's very good. Very, very good.
Mm, looks yummy. But I'm not sure if we have that lima beans here.
Uh huh.
I only know few beans. Sakatash. Get a
Okay.
Sammy together. Sammy? What's a Sammy?
A sandwich.
Uh,
Have a Sammy.
Sammy is a sandwich.
Yes.
You have a lot of jargons.
A lot of jargons. Yes, we do.
Yeah. But I'm learning. It's happy to know some words. So when I get to talk to other
I wonder if
So
Popeye likes succotash.
Baba, do you like Sakatash?
I love
Good slang.
succotash. I love it. Good slang for you, Maria. That's right.
What does it taste like? Can you
What?
compare it to any Filipino food? A Sakatash?
No.
Oh, nothing. It's not comparable. Okay. I'm thinking if I can relate it to something else or some food here, but doesn't have any. So what's your plan for this week, Baba?
Just work.
Work and work and work.
Yes. Work. Work. Spend time with Junior. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I need to post on the wall. I posted once or twice on the wall this week.
I saw your picture and Mickey's picture.
Yes, that was me when I was a baby.
It's like Mickey's picture turned into black and white.
Yes.
It's really, really, really the same. So when I got to look at it, so I'm trying to see the difference, but I can't see nothing much of a difference. That's why, wow.
Oh, yeah, not much of a difference, huh?
So you can't deny that Mickey is your son.
Well, yeah, it's funny because Len's like he's mini you.
Yeah, it's really, really a mini you. So the
Mini.
thing that I posted in our group is the first meal that we had in China.
What was the first meal
So
you had in China?
the dumplings that we ate, the shrimp dumpling. So the story was, we thought that our ticket is under Mabuhay Mile. So we thought that we'll have a food before we get off the plane. So we didn't eat much before going to the airport because our flight's around 4 a.m. So we were there at 2 a.m. So we were there around 10 p.m. So we need to board around 11. So I just had light dinner around 5 p.m. And then we're waiting to go to the buffet corner on the Mabuhay Miles ticket of the PAL. And then we just knew that the ticket we had is a super economy. So we don't have the privilege to go inside. So we were so hungry and almost all of the stalls at the airport is closed. So we don't have something. We just only have water in our bag. So we still waited to be boarded and wait for our first meal around 3 a.m. But we didn't like the meal. So we just get off the plane, look for any food when we were in China. But since it's our first time, we don't know how to buy and no one wants to talk to us at the airport because they're starting to speak in English. So when you try to ask some person around there, they just say, no, no, no English. So we went to the information center, we went around until we get so tired asking people. We just sat down and then drink again water because it's the only one available on the dispensing machine. So you don't need to talk to anyone. You just have to place money and then it will dispense a juice or a water. So it's like 4 a.m. and we haven't eaten yet. So we go and find our way to the hotel. So it took around three train rides before we arrived at the station that were very near our hotel and then took the taxi ride. So we were so sleepy. We slept around 3 hours and wake up around 8. And then we went out. So the first store that can accommodate us, we just went inside and then point at the picture outside their store and then ordered that one. That's the story of how we come to eat. Because they don't understand us. So we just point the pictures. Picture
Oh,
of the food. So it was so funny that we ordered a lot because we don't know that it's the food that we ordered. So everyone doesn't want to accept us. So we waited until such time that we have our internet so we can Google Translate and ask them for food. So
oh,
we
so,
were
so your
like,
first meal in China sucked.
yeah. I know, it's very, actually the food was very good.
Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
how was the hotel?
How was our hotel? Actually, it was just a small hotel. It was good. Fair enough for our price because it's around 900 to 1,000 pesos per day. peso in a day for a day, and then it just have its own bathroom. It has an internet, home service, room service, and a king size bed. So good enough. And it's very near the market and the train station that we can walk going to the train station. So it's the cheapest that we find are along the area. Because
Okay.
the ones nearby is around 3,000 pesos per day.
3,000 pesos per day.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. So because our hotel was booked 2 months before,
What did you have,
and
like carpeting and a nice bathroom and all that?
not that much, just a small. It just have its own bathroom, but with shower, no bathtub. But it's an aircon. You have a TV, you have a phone. Oh, just a small room. That's good enough to stay. Feels
Oh,
comfortable also,
okay.
but it doesn't smell good because everyone is smoking outside.
Because everyone
So
was what?
everyone is smoking everywhere, even inside the room. So the smell sticks on the linen.
Well, they smoke everywhere in China, from what I've heard.
Literally everywhere. Even as young as around 15 or 12, everyone smokes. So I
Uh,
think, yeah.
yeah, I
So,
know. In China, you could drink anywhere and you could smoke anywhere. Because
yeah.
I watched the videos of these two guys, one's from South Africa, one's American, who lives there,
Mm-hmm.
and they said both of them have been English teachers in China, and they said literally in the school, you could crack open a beer and drink it, and nobody's gonna say
Really?
anything. And I'm like, oh
Wow.
wow, man, that would be funny.
All of the students is just like having a hangover, drinking sessions during class, having a drinking session during class.
Okay, kids, today we're gonna learn a great American pastime drinking game called quarters.
So you learn how to drink coffee during daytime. Ay, beer during daytime.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fun.
that'd be funny. Play quarters.
Yeah. Imagine they're smoking. And I also noticed that as we go along, walk down the road, one of their pastime is mahjong. A lot of people plays mahjong along the roads
Yeah,
and
yeah,
chess.
mahjong is very popular there. Although I have no clue what the hell it is. I
Actually,
think
I
it's
just
kind of like dominoes.
domino. I think I played once in the internet. It's like pairing. It's like poker in a different way, different sense. Uses
So in other
blocks.
words, in other words, you don't have to be all that bright to learn how to play it.
That I don't know. I just tried one, so I can't really figure out how is it done. I just tried playing in the internet.
Okay. Yeah, I've never played it, so I wouldn't have any clue.
Yeah, that's I also saw Chinese chess, but I don't know how do they play it.
Chinese checkers.
Yeah, I think so. Because when you just walk around, because we don't know how to ride the bus there. So the bus there have their own numbers in China. And the signages are all in Chinese. So we can just literally ask the bus to take us and then bring us down. So we're afraid to take the bus. That's why we always walk around. I think we had around 18,000 steps a day. So we literally see all the people on the roads every day. So you just walk and walk with our cameras and bags. So that's why we notice a lot of manners, a lot of way of life of Chinese people. But well, it's fun to see them or observe other people and other culture. But I know how to play Chinese checkers. Do you know how
And
to
Yes, Chinese checkers. What you want to do is get all your stuff, all
get
your
eaten?
checkers on their side,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to try to get all their checkers on your side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess the easiest way to explain it. It's been years since I've played Chinese checkers.
Me too. Can't really remember when. I think when
Yeah.
I was in high school or maybe in high school or college.
God, I think it's been before high school since I played. It's
I won't
been a,
ask when was that.
yeah, please
I'm not
don't.
gonna
It's
ask.
been a very long time.
Ah,
Too long.
don't use your age. Probably too long. Live in
Yeah.
Australia, all the university students are Chinese now. Wow.
What's
So a
that?
lot of, I just read Charlie Y's message that he said that he lives in Australia. All the university students are are Chinese now.
Yeah, I think China's kind of taken over, trying to take over some countries through the population.
Yeah, everywhere. They're everywhere. The richest person here in the Philippines are Chinese.
Well, it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be. If you were
Now?
Chinese, you couldn't get out of the country.
Well, yeah. They say it's very hard to be rich in China. In China, you need to go out to be rich. It's what the people there says.
Well, the pollution I know is terrible in like Beijing
Mm-hmm.
and
Your
other
students are
cities.
Chinese, right, Baba?
Yes, and a lot of me, and especially the ones too who've been to America, have said
Mm-hmm.
the air in America and everything else is so much cleaner, and America is just much cleaner than China.
So that's the only thing that they say. The only thing that they say.
Well, no, they like a lot of them. They love the food
Yeah.
and all that. So they love the food and it's American roads are much nicer, much easier to drive on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Are your students from Beijing and Shanghai,
oh, I
or
got students from all over China.
all over China? Because the people in Guangzhou and the nearby provinces, they don't know how to speak English. They just said that the people more in the northern part, like Beijing, Shanghai, it's the only people where the younger generations know how to speak English. So I'm asking if your students are mostly from there, from that places,
All over. I've got
all over.
students in Shenzhen. I got students in Hubei province, which is central China. I got students in Shanghai.
Oh wow!
Got students all over the place.
Then you're famous in China. They will
I
adopt you
I
to
wouldn't
there.
say that, but
They can
I
adopt you
definitely know some
if you went
people.
there. How many times have you been there to
What's that?
China? How many times have you been in China? Have you been
I've
in
only
China?
been to Beijing.
Okay. Mm. Have you stayed there for long? Do you stay that there long time, or no?
No, I was only there for one night.
Okay, I thought you've been there. Actually, the air there is the one in Guangzhou. They say it's much cleaner than in Beijing. But the moment that we went down from the airport, the clouds is totally covered by the smog. But in other days can see the sun, but in some time there's a lot of smoke and fog covering the sky. So it's really hard to breathe when you're going on top or going to the airport or anywhere expressway. So it's the only time that I saw a place more that is have a more smog than the Philippines.
Okay.
Than in Manila. Because in Manila you can still breathe, but there in certain areas you cannot. So good luck to their health.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I would like
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go visit China more and see more of it and spend more time there one of these days. And I also too want to go to Japan. I've never been to Japan.
Me too. I think Japan. I saw the picture of my friend. She went to Japan. It's very good. It's very clean. They say it's very clean there.
Yes, I've heard that as well, that Japan is a very, very clean country.
Yeah, and also a very expensive country.
Yes, that too.
So
Uh, They said it's very, very expensive.
yeah, they say you need
So,
around 100,000 pesos for at least 10 days.
oh, I would imagine so. Yeah.
So there. Oopsie. I've heard the same thing. People in China don't see sunlight. Ah, okay. So it's very general, according to Charlie Y.
Yes.
So we also see the same thing.
Okay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the food is actually pretty good in China in a lot of cases. The food is
Actually, yes. The
the
food
food.
is good, but it's quite oily. It's only well, it depends on where you eat. So we ate a lot of food along the streets and market because we want to try what's the people are usually eating. But when we try to compare it, the one that we had at the Canton Tower and on the mall, the ones at the mall, of course, taste very different. So there, but it's really delicious, very tasty.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, they said you could eat cheap anywhere in China. Food is really cheap. The only difference between cities is, I guess, how modern it is and prices of rent. You know, because like Shanghai and Beijing are ridiculous to live in rent wise, but the food is still pretty inexpensive no matter where you go in China,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of
Yeah,
makes sense because if people aren't able to eat, they're generally going to get pissed off.
yeah. I think they love to eat. They eat a lot. If you see their servings, their servings very big. So I can't finish one serving that they have. It's very big compared here in the Philippines. That's why
Yeah.
they love to eat. Probably Filipino
Okay.
servings is just half their servings.
Okay. Yeah. And I've heard too in China they eat different.
They eat what? Sorry.
Said in China they eat
Mm-hmm.
differently. By that I mean you'll have a group of people and they'll have like a plate of vegetables, a plate of rice, and a plate of meat, and they all like share off those three plates.
For sharing. Plates for
Yeah.
share.
Whereas in America, you get your own plate of food.
Everything is there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. When it's an American restaurant or food, in one big plate, everything is there from appetizer to whatever. Yeah, it's quite true. So you get to order one plate for the vegetables, one plate for the rice, one plate for the meat, and yeah, so almost the same here in the Philippines. Asian culture.
Yeah. Well, eight, Asia's
Mm-hmm.
catching up to the West.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, like I know in Beijing, breathing the air is like smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
So you don't need to smoke.
Well, yeah, well, that's kind of funny. So it's like if you're a pack a day cigarette smoker in America, you're
Mhm.
still breathing healthier air than they are in Beijing.
So it's like they're smoking already for you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, that sounds really terrible. So the people that who are not smoking is like having their own dose of smoke every day.
Yeah, the air is terrible. Ugh, no, thank you.
In
So,
fact, you're finding your own smoke.
so next week, I guess our Globetrotter will be back.
Yeah,
I have never been. Have you been to Leyte?
I haven't been to Leyte.
I haven't either. That's where I think MacArthur landed.
Yeah,
Dugout Doug.
yeah. The famous word phrase, "I shall return."
And I guess Tacloban's been rebuilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of course, I don't think there
Slowly,
was. I don't
but
think it was much of
I
a. I don't think there was much of a city anyway to begin with.
well, I think their cities being rehabilitated, especially the airport, the roads, the main roads. So let's see from the stories of Ken. So what's seen
Yes,
on?
I look forward to hearing them.
Yeah, I was supposed to be there, but well, families comes first.
Mm. Now, I've also heard. Now, I guess Leyte is kind of there's not a lot of population on Leyte, right? I think there's only like maybe 3 or 4 towns or cities, maybe.
I think more. Probably around 4 to 6 towns.
Yeah, it's still not much. There's more than that here on Minden. Of course, Mindanao is
Of
huge.
course. Yeah. Mindanao is larger than Visayas. And Visayas is like one island is separate to another island to another island. So you need to travel usually by boat or whatever to move from one place to another. Or probably a bridge.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure there's got to be a few bridges because there's got to
Yeah.
be islands that are close together.
Mm-hmm.
And, you
There
know,
are
it's funny. It's funny because you go to the Florida Keys, it's all bridges linking it,
yeah.
and it's something like God, I don't even know how many islands are in the Keys. Quite a few,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them are man-made too, islands. But you know what? I'm actually going to Google that.
Okay. But I think there's a lot of there are some bridges that connects one island to another. So let's see. We will hear the stories of our friend.
Yeah, I don't even know how many islands there are, but they stretch about 120 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So they're quite long, the Keys
Yeah.
are. And the most popular would be like Key Largo, Marathon, and Key West.
Mm-hmm.
Key West is only 4 by 2 miles.
Wow.
So, but it's very, very, very small islands. I mean, a lot of them, you could probably build 4 or 5 houses on.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
and that's it. And if there's a hurricane, get the hell out.
They went to small islands. The one that they've been into lately. There are small islands. They are called Cuatro Islas because they are small 4 islands that you can do island hopping in a day. So that's why there are very few people, or there's no people living there. Only tourists come and go.
Huh.
So they went there, Cuatro Islas, and another is Kalangaman. So it's very famous in that area. It's the northern part, north part of Cebu, very near sa Tacloban, Leyte. It's the left side of Leyte.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's so
So
many
let
places here I haven't seen that I want to see.
actually, yeah, there are a lot. There are more than 7,000 islands that you can go around. So it takes a lot. We will be going to Iloilo in October. I think September, October. So we're gonna jump from one island to another. Probably four islands there.
Hmm.
So hitting the areas all at once.
Cool.
Yeah, but still far. So let's see.
Okay, the Keys is over 1,700 islands.
Yeah.
That's a lot of islands.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But like 75 or 80% of the population is concentrated on 3 islands. With Key
Yeah.
West having the most, like 32% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Popeye's been to the Keys. I'm sure he has.
We'll know if he pops up here and answers your question.
Oh well. He's probably making a sandwich.
Or probably taking his coffee and
It's
having
about lunchtime there where he is.
lunchtime already.
Mm.
All right.
I keep on buffering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My internet also. My
Yeah, the internet
internet.
here sucks compared to the
Yeah.
US. I love it here, but I wish the
You're
internet were more reliable.
you sound like a robot sometimes when it feeds through my internet.
Yeah, true. Anyway, we've been on for over an hour, so we could probably go ahead and wrap it up. I know you gotta, without Ken being in the office, you gotta do all the
I'm the
work.
charge. Yeah.
So I know you want to get some rest.
All right. You too, Bubba.
Any final thoughts?
Well, keep hydrated all the time. Stay away from heat and enjoy summer.
And staying hydrated does not mean drink beer all day.
Yeah. Probably before going to sleep, so you'll have a good sleep.
Drink water.
Yeah.
Lots of water. Or Gatorade. Water's healthier. Now, do you drink tap water here?
Where? In Davao or in Manila?
Anywhere in the Philippines.
Actually, you can drink tap water as long as it's coming from they say it's Bukal, somewhere like that. So running.
I drink tap water. I never have any problems here. I wouldn't drink it in China though. Even Chinese people know better. They don't drink their own water. It's terrible.
Yeah. Water in provinces are good, but here in Manila it's not because it travels through the tubes of the metal tubes or whatever. So that's why they filter it. So to remove
Oh,
excess minerals before you try to drink it.
okay. Now
Yeah.
I would like to thank our audience for listening.
Thank you for coming and listening to us.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.
Mhm.
And join us next Monday, same time, and we'll hear all about Ken's trip. And I'm sure she'll post some pictures or video or whatever of her trip on
For
her YouTube
sure.
channel and probably on our show page. Which, speaking of which, we need to post more on our show page.
Okay, try to sort out my.
I'm just as guilty of it as you ladies are. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, everybody have a good one, and we will see you next week.
Good
And the
night.
broadcast.